Today on Play and Display, we'll be reviewing one of my favorite G.I. Joes of all time, Shipwreck from the G.I. Joe Classified line. So recently I decided to go ahead and unbox my G.I. Joe Classified figures. I had to pick my favorite character from the G.I. Joe cartoon show in the 80s, and that was Shipwreck, man. This guy was so cool, man. He would piss everybody off and then wonder why everybody got mad at him. He reminds me a lot of my uncle Chev, man. He would do the same thing in real life too, though. But never had the 3 3/4 inch figure as a kid, so let's go ahead and open this up and see what it looks like. If you guys watch the show, you guys know I'm not a fan of the windlass boxing, though. But I do like the approach they went for some of the recent figures, where they went with a toy photography picture, had a little bicycle in the background, missiles going off, makes you kind of wonder what the hell happened. Probably his fault. The artwork on the side, though, I'm not a big fan of, but, you know, it's not bad, though, don't get me wrong. On the back, we get a list of everything here. We got a lot of accessories, so we got to dig into it. Alright, so the inner packaging is not too bad. I kind of like this little display whenever you put it back in this area, though. This coolest part, though, I think, though, for sure, man, it comes with a little foot locker here with all those accessories, so. And Hasbro did a great job with the face sculpt on Shipwreck here. It has a look of somebody with a little chip on his shoulder, maybe some attitude, and that's his personality in a nutshell, though. Everything else works pretty decent, though. I mean, as far as the uniform's concerned, looks pretty decent. Got the hair on the chest. But the really cool thing is, though, they nailed these tattoos really well, dude. I mean, check out this. Got the anchor on the other side. Gloves look pretty rad. It's got a belt buckle, too, with an anchor there. But the coolest thing, I think, a little detail they added was the fading on the jeans there. I mean, it just has a natural faded look, though. And on the side here, you got yourself a little holster on the hip. On the back, you got this belt here, like a ton of accessories you can put on here, though. So let's go ahead and add them. So with all of Shipwreck's accessories installed, I went ahead and took his hat off and put his hairpiece on there. His pistol looks really, really cool, man. It's got that little style, like flintlock pistol kind of look to it, though. This rope isn't a bad accessory, but it'd be nice if you could attach it to that hook there. But you can't, though. It's kind of a bummer. It does have a little hook on the back of it, though, too, so I don't really know what that's for. I guess you can hang it up somewhere. But for the most part, though, I could probably do without. Another great little feature, too, while he's holding Polly right here, he's got a little bit of tape on this hand versus where he doesn't have any tape on that hand. So, yeah, that would make perfect sense, I guess, if you do hold a parrot and, you know, you don't want to scratch up your arm and put some tape on it, though. Polly's face features look pretty good. He's such an important addition to Shipwreck because, you know, he's really the only character in the G.I. Joe universe that really gets on Shipwreck's nerve. And then he got a side holster with a pistol. My only problem with this, though, is when I was moving it around, is that easily this thing falls down and goes right into the ankle. For the articulation of Shipwreck, let's go ahead and check it out, though. Head moves pretty decent, though. It moves from side to side, up and down, pretty decent. The shoulders, though, now the left arm is pretty decent, a little bit loose, which I like. The right arm, a little stiff, though, but it should loosen up over time. Hip movement's pretty decent, though. Knees work very, very well. The best part, though, really is the boots have a decent platform to stand on, but they don't have a lot of tilt to them. Not really a whole lot of adjustability. That does hurt the standability a little bit, as you can tell. So my final review for the detail on Shipwreck here is the team that worked on it at the G.I. Joe Classified line did an excellent job. For the big details, like giving the Shipwreck here the proper expression on his face for his character on the show, and to the little details, too. Just from the faded jeans right here, the little piece of tape he's got for Polly to sit on, and the tattoos. I mean, they didn't do a half-ass job on this one. They did a great job on that. And for doing such a great job, I got to give this one a lot higher than average marks. Let's give this one an 8.75 out of 10. Well-deserved. And for the posability of this figure, Shipwreck does come with a lot of accessories, though, and most of them really don't hinder the movement. The only one I've really had problems with is this little side holster right here. And you can easily remove it, and it's totally fine. The biggest problem I do have is got to be with the boots here. The jeans tend to overlap on the boots, so you don't really get too much movement. And that just hurts standability a little bit. All right? It's not going to be like an action figure going to fight for like 5 minutes trying to get it stand up right. So not a terrible problem. All in all, I'd probably give this figure an 8.5 out of 10. Decent, you know, not too bad, but not too great either. And for the fun factor, though, this figure right here, not only is he one of my favorite characters, but they gave him a lot of accessories, though. The only problems I do have, though, is I wish that rope and that grappling hook were able to connect and you can actually display your figure like climbing up a wall or something would have been really rad, though. And I would have totally taken away this gun holster because I'm probably not going to use it. And I would have just stuck with, I guess, one gun and the gun holster, get rid of it, and give me 2 sets of fists so he can just, he's an old-fashioned puncher, man. Just a good punch goes a long way with this guy. But all in all, I'm still going to have a lot of fun with this figure, to the point where I'm going to have to give this fun factor an 8.75 out of 10. Mostly because, like I said before, he is one of my favorite characters, but he was done right. If everything else fell as far as posability and detail, I would get less marks, but this is going to be right at home. And thank you guys so much for watching this video, man. I always appreciate, just you guys coming by and just stop and check out these reviews. Please leave a like if you guys want to. Subscribe for, really, I'll be putting videos out almost every day now. I've been on a pretty decent roll. But most of all, though, just go ahead and leave a comment if you guys want to interact. We'd love to answer your comments as soon as possible. But until then, guys, y'all take care of each other. Peace.